I guess first off, just getting another win on the road, how big was that? And kind of, getting through some adversity, I guess, as well.
I've never, there's always something new, and you almost wish, that like I was proud of Bugs for not really engaging, and so to be ejected when she really didn't engage and was in protection mode is tough. But I'm really proud of her. I'm proud of our bench for staying put, because that impacts a lot of things, and so. Definitely a little adversity, I mean, Bugs was 5 for 6 in her whopping 13 minutes. And so, she's a kid in a game like this where we felt like she had an advantage on the offensive glass. We knew she was going to get rim run layups, like all the things that like she's great at. To eliminate her from the mix was tough. Obviously, they had players they needed that were eliminated too. But any win on the road is a good win in this league. We just, when we dropped the game to Oklahoma State, we have to keep, if our goal is to win this league, we've got to keep winning. And it's one game at a time, one opponent at a time, one scouting report at a time, one game plan at a time. And I think we have a lot of really good pieces to give ourselves a chance to win every game.
Have you looked or do you know the rule on the suspension? Like, would she have to miss next game too, or do you know?
I do not believe she'll miss next game.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, 14 points from Aaliyah off the bench. Talked about getting her more involved and learning the system. We talked about it a few days ago, but what did you see from her that I mean, obviously propelled you to the victory or helped propel you to the victory?
Yeah, I mean, Aaliyah, like, there's never been a question, is she talented enough to help us? I don't think. But confidence sometimes comes with opportunity. Confidence comes from knowing what you're supposed to do when you're out there. And I think she's starting to get more and more comfortable with what we do, offensively, defensively. Doesn't mean she's not going to make a mistake and get back cut on or miss an assignment. But they all do that. The reality is like that's part of the game. And, I thought she gave us a lift coming in, getting out in transition, attacking the basket, hitting an open three. I thought she really played within herself, and didn't try to force a lot. I thought she maybe forced one shot, and I thought it was late clock. So, thought she did a good job playing within the system, defending, rebounding. I thought she was really solid tonight.
After the Bugs like adversity, how proud are you of your team for just kind of staying focused and staying in it and responding the way y'all did?
Yeah, I'm proud of them. I thought my frustration was early. We were subbing a lot purposefully, but I thought the way we got the lead was moving the basketball, running the floor, making the extra pass. And I thought the game got too easy for us a little bit in that second quarter. And we started to try to force things and make plays and not play within our system. And I thought Bugs being out, it made everyone reset a little bit. And, I thought Yaya did a good job getting out in transition, didn't make threes today, but she got out in transition, made plays in transition, got us to numbers. I thought, just in general, our guard play was really solid. I thought Sarah stepping up and making those threes and creating that separation was good when you lose someone like Bugs and you have that whole situation happen. I thought Sarah calmed us in that third by stepping up and making shots. And so, I think in a game like that, it's about, they lost key players too. Are we executing? Are we running our stuff and running it right? Are we running it well? And I thought at times we didn't, game plan, follow, because I thought every time we did, we got an easy shot, And so, I think from that perspective, I just kept telling them, like, look, I know we're up 15, but this isn't about Arizona State right now. This is about Baylor. This is about when we need to execute when it's a 2 possession game. It's about seeing a 13-point lead go to 7, like in a snap, against Arizona. And Arizona State's a team that you can see can score in bunches when they get going. And so, they're going to leak out a little bit and they're going to put pressure and numbers and transition. And so if you don't execute and get good shots, they're likely to get easy actions the other way. And then it comes down to, do they make them? Do they miss them? And so, but I thought we got good bench production. I thought we kept everyone under 30 minutes. Bugs is going to be really fresh for Utah if there's a silver lining. So, all of that I think is a part of this. And no one got hurt, which is probably the biggest thing.
Anything else?
I just had one more question. I mean, you talked about it a little bit before y'all left, but how has the 2-game swing in the desert, not coming home, how has that treated y'all? How have you found that that little swing to work?
Yeah, I think the great part about it is we're not in class, so we're not missing class to be out here in an extended period. Really cool opportunity for our team to practice and lift and do recovery at the Phoenix Mercury facility. It's a $100 million practice facility. So seeing how those guys are living at that level now, I think is motivation for our players. And so I thought we got really good practice in there. I thought we've had good energy, until really maybe shoot around a little bit this morning. It set in. You've been on the road a while. You want to sleep in your own bed, but I do think we focus on the road. I think we eliminate a lot of distractions on the road. So, I think it's been a good swing. It's been a good swing for our booster group that came with us this whole trip and really had an intimate look at the program, what we do, why we do it. And so it's been a really good stretch for us. And the best part about it is we've got 2 wins and we're headed home and we're injury free. So that's probably the best part of all of us, 2 wins and injury free.
Nicki, with I don't know if it's their defense or what, but Nettie only took like 1 shot in the second and third quarters, kind of got back into it in the fourth. But do you have to maybe kind of push her to get more involved at times?
Yes. There's a little of both. Sometimes like her greatest challenge is getting in actions. The more ball screens she gets in, the easier she's going to roll behind, in particular against a player like Parkinson, especially the way they were guarding our ball screens. So really wanting her to engage and screen. I thought, when she demands the ball, we need to give it to her, and I thought there were stretches where the game was really easy. I thought she had a couple really good passes when the ball got to her. So that part was good. But there are plays that we're talking about where Madison rolled to the rim. Madison, like Nettie's player rotated to Madison. Nettie's got to bury any help side and make Madison pass it to her there instead of trying to take it up against 6'7", because Madison's not going to win that battle ever. She could try that 10 times, and she's not going to win it. And so she needs to hear Nettie's voice. We have we call it OPI, open person yell. You've got to engage, and we've got to get the ball to the most open person in that situation. No one in that game should have been shooting over top a 6'7", 2 inches from the basket. That kid, we could move, we could drive around, we could screen, we could do a lot of things, but score over 2 inches from the basket, we weren't going to do that no matter how hard we tried.